moral of the story was when the lady changed the writing on the board, the guy actually started getting more money. But this really sparked some thinking for me about the type of words that we use and the power of those words. I saw this video on the Face Insta Twittergram a couple years ago, and it really, again, it's the power of your words and your word selection. So for me, I started asking my question, what message do your words send, and really, are you getting your desired result out of them? For me, for those of you who have known me for a long time, or for those of you that I pissed off during this conference, know that choosing the correct words will be a lifelong journey for me. It really will. It's just, I'm a sarcastic person, so I tend to be a little off-putting, and then you like me a couple years later, hopefully, or you just don't talk to me a couple years later. But so it really does make me think about the words that I use and how they impact things. So I was at a little, well, we call them bodegas here in Southern California. I don't know if there's other words for other places, but there's a little market right down the street from my house in North Park in San Diego. And I remember walking in, and I saw a sign that says, no bills over $20. These are pretty standard. A lot of businesses have them, right? But it's really just telling you what you can't do. And who wants to be told what they can't do? Yeah, like nobody, right? I actually usually see these signs and think it's a personal challenge. So then I went to another business. Who recognizes this brand? Oh yeah, hot dog and a stick. You go in there, they're singing their songs, they're smiling, making that lemonade. They're having a good time. I happened to be in one time. They have deep fried cheese. Amazing. I get that. I get a deep fried cheese, French fries, a hot dog and a stick, and a diet lemonade. I walked up, though, to their register. I noticed their sign says, we gladly accept bills $20 and below. Exact same message, different words. And again, it's subtle, but again, you're focusing on telling people what they can do, and you're gladly inviting them to see you. Same thing, I think we've all seen this one before. We probably all appreciated this one before. Again, telling you what you can't do, and periodically, again, I see it as a personal challenge of how many limits I can push. I was in the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It says, please enjoy our smoke-free environment. This next one, I don't typically give other businesses plugs that sell burritos, but burritos so good, you'll want to smoke afterwards. You just can't do it here. But again, you think about the environment you offer. You think about how you give messages to individuals. We've got MITs, we've got trainees, and if we focus too much on all the things you can't do, they often get lost on what we really want them to do. Being in training, I'm sure you're similar to us, your safety department, your risk department, your HR, oh wait, I thought a lot of HR people here. They come in and they say, what's that question we always get asked? Where in our training says you can't do, insert 4 million things, right? And I say, well, I don't tell you can't do it. I tell you the parameters. I tell you how to do it. Ron just showed that video of how to make a fish taco. We're not going to tell you don't put steak on it, right? We're going to tell you how to do it, right? Instead of telling you all the things you're not supposed to do. And I find that with our current workforce, that's one of the most impactful ways to get them to do what we want them to do, is telling them how we want them to do it rather than trying to put all that structure around them. How can your words have power? What is possibly one of the easiest signs we've ever seen? Exit. Go that way, right? It couldn't be any simpler until I was actually in this hotel. And I saw this. It just absolutely baffled me when I saw this. And again, it's, come on, right? I'm sorry to any hoteliers if you're with Fairfield Inn. Are your words open to interpretation, though? Again, we're dealing with a workforce at Rubio's. We have about 4,500 employees. Are the words that we're saying to them, do we have 4,500 different interpretations of the things that we're saying? Sometimes it can just be as simple as how you deliver that message. Sometimes it's the phrasing. Sometimes it's just how you put the words together. And so I saw this other really awesome video on the Face Insta Twitter Stapagram, and it inspired me as well. Hopefully there's audio. Cool. So again, I challenge you to choose your words. Think about them before you put them out there. I challenge myself to choose my words. I was reading John Maxwell's book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, one of probably the best leadership books out there. And he tells the story about President Roosevelt and how when they removed him from his final bed, I don't like to use that sad word, they found a leadership book under his pillow. And so I accept that as just like leadership, that will be an ongoing journey throughout my life. The way I communicate and the words I select will be an ongoing journey. I will continue to say the wrong things with the commitment that every time I speak, every time I move forward, I'll try to select even better words. So with that, please choose your words and achieve your desired results.